everyone. Welcome to Creature Features. Hi, Moddy.
Oh, can you pinch me, Nick?
I'd be happy to pinch you, but why?
Oh, either I'm dreaming or we're in Africa. Ow!
Guess you're not dreaming.
Oh, then how do we get to Africa?
We're not in Africa. We're at Werribee Open Range Zoo in Victoria, and this is the African savannah area. It looks so much like it, you really could imagine you were there.
Oh, yeah, rhinos, antelopes, giraffes, zebras. Whoa, no wonder I thought we were in Africa. There's not a kangaroo in sight.
Here's what's on today's show. Coming up on Creature Features, the pros and cons of geese as pets. Are they aggressive and noisy, or low maintenance and fun? We'll join Holly and Mishka as they consult an animal behaviourist to sort out their problems, and meet McLeod's Daughters star and RSPCA ambassador Simone Jade McKinnon. Oh, look at the baby rhino.
Oh, it looks like a stuffed toy. Except that it's moving.
Oh, I think it's cute.
Oh, it's not cute. A kitten is cute. Oh, that creature could cause a lot of damage if it charged you. Oh, look, and its skin doesn't even fit.
Well, I think it's beautiful. You know, a rhino has really poor eyesight, but it makes up for it with its excellent sense of hearing and smell. In fact, it could probably smell you from miles away.
Oh, there's no need to be offensive, Nicholas. You don't always smell so good yourself.
No offence intended, OK? We're about to meet some creatures now who flap and hiss when they get annoyed. Toulouse geese. Australia's history is amazing, and here at the Rouse Hill Estate in New South Wales, you can see 185 years of that history in the beautiful old house, the outbuildings, the amazing garden, and of course, the, geese?
Hi, my name's Rosie and this is my mum Fran. She's the farm manager here. Come and meet our two geese. Lil's very quiet. That's the female goose. She keeps to herself a lot. She likes to eat a lot as well. Phil's very bossy. He likes to boss everyone around, make himself look like the top goose.
We found the geese about 5 years ago. We were just in a pet shop and we were looking at ducklings, and there was these two enormous creatures in there. They were the same age, but they were about twice as big as the ducklings, and we just had to bring them home. They were so cute.
The geese are very good with the ducks. They get on very well with them. We bought them around the same time, so they pretty much grew up together. Lil gets very protective when the ducks have baby ducks, though. She likes to look after them as she's never experienced having babies of her own.
Geese are fairly easy to look after if you have a lot of area for them. If you're on a farm like we are, for example, they must have fresh water every day, they must have food every day, and they must have access to grass. Morning! Time for brekkie, guys. Come on. They get fed grain. It's called layer mash, and it's just a mixture of grain, and that's what they like to eat. We lock the geese up every night for foxes because foxes will eat them, so they need to be kept locked up at night. But we let them out first thing in the morning, pretty much as soon as the sun comes up. We feed them, and they must have fresh water. So every day we tip the water out and put new water in it so that they can swim, so they can drink. Geese are really great pets, but there's a few things that I don't really like about them. And one of them is that Phil, sometimes he's just in a bad mood and he'll chase me.
A lot of people are scared of geese, and there's no real reason to be. They'll only attack you if they're trying to protect something. You got to show them who's boss. This is the correct way to hold him. I'm making sure that I'm holding onto his neck and his beak because they're the two of the strongest parts that he has.
Geese have beaks that are adapted to eating grass. They've got very sharp beaks.
The geese are very good when it comes to being animal lawn mowers. They eat a lot of grass. It's basically what they eat all day, just walk around snipping the grass.
They're noisy. Sometimes you just want a little bit of peace and quiet, and all of a sudden in the background you can hear the geese honking, and they'll honk at anything.
Geese are very nosy. They always want to know what's going on. They react to many noises such as planes, lawnmowers, especially people. Because they react like this, geese make great watchdogs.
Personally, I prefer chickens. Come on, chookies. Chook, chook. They're quieter. They're just much nicer. Come on. And we get to eat their eggs.
This isn't an egg. This is an egg. Goose eggs are huge. These chickens have no personality. Geese are great to have as pets. They're low maintenance and they're fun to watch. Yeah, they're noisy. Yeah, they make a lot of mess. But I still love my geese, so they're here to stay.
I still like chooks better.
Goose fact. It's best to pick a goose up by its neck that is extremely strong, not its legs, which are weak.
Has anyone ever said to you, don't be a goose? Well, people say it to me all the time, and I'm sure it isn't a compliment. A goose might be cute when it's small, but don't let that fool you. Most baby animals are cute. Lions, tigers, bears, gorillas are all cute at first. I hate to admit it, but even little puppies are cute. For a day, but pretty soon the party will be over. All these animals will turn wild and dangerous. Your adorable little goose is no exception. It will grow into a grumpy noise machine. Just about anything annoys them, probably even grass growing. They hiss and flap their wings and scare the living daylights out of you, especially if you go near their eggs. Luckily though, I've thought of a way to stop geese from chasing you. They hate foxes, so just put a fox mask on and they'll soon get the message. So don't be a goose, get yourself a quiet pet that knows when to shut up.
Are you letting your fishy friend swim around in a boring old fish tank? Well, you can stop your fish from getting bored by making a fun and colourful background for your tank. You could have a bush scene,
a safari, a moonscape.
a moonscape, yeah, or of course an underwater scene. Now, Jack and Jamie Lee are going to help me make something really fun for Big Ed and Simon here. We're just going to be using a few basic materials, but you're only limited by your own creativity. Well, we've measured the back of our tank, so we know that our background needs to be this big, and I'm going to use that as a bit of a template for blue cardboard. That's going to be our main background, kind of like the sky. So, Jack, if you can take that and cut along the lines. Then what I've done is I've also drawn some kind of sand dune shapes in yellow, and we're going to layer up the different colours to make our background. So if you can cut those out, I'm going to look through some magazines and find some colourful flowers and other things that we can add to make it look really exciting. Great. If we put our dune on there, we can see it starting to take shape. What do you think, guys? What else do we need on there?
A sun.
Yeah, a sun would be great. Maybe you should get started on the sun.
Okay.
You glue that down and I'll get to cutting out my pictures. Making a background like this is lots of fun. Using magazines, you can find heaps of different shapes and pictures. I think this will work perfectly as a rainbow. You guys are doing an excellent job, but while you've been busy, I've cut out all of these extra little shapes that we can use in our landscape, so all we need to do now is glue them all on. By using a variety of colours like this, you can create some depth and really bring your picture to life. Try to include some other animals to make your backdrop as interesting as possible. If you were doing a moonscape, you might like to use some cheese. OK. Hey, how does that look, Jack?
That looks great, Nick.
Awesome. Well, I think Big Ed and Simon are going to be very happy in here. All they need now is some gravel and greenery. They'll have so much to look at, they'll never be bored again. Ask for it. Oh, is that good, Tony? Fish have always been popular pets and we've received heaps of questions about them. So let's go and see Debbie Watson, an expert on all things fishy, for some answers. And some more. Do fish ever sleep? From Leela.
Fish do sleep. Because they don't have eyelids, you can't really tell. Most fish will go and hide somewhere. In the ocean, some fish will actually put a slime on themselves and hide in caves.
How do fish communicate? From Elena.
Fish communicate to each other either by showing off to each other, by changing colours, sometimes by flaring fins up at each other, or just being purely more aggressive to each other.
Do fish drink? From Tristan Dinning.
Yes, fish do drink. Oxygen is in the water, so by passing it through their gills constantly, that's how they can breathe and drink at the same time.
Do fish fart? From Jessica.
I guess fish fart. They have a digestive tract. Gases must escape somehow. Have you looked lately?
Do fish have a sense of taste? From Christian Lang Lemkett.
Yes, fish have a sense of taste. We feed some tanks here 6 types of food. Some fish will only search out one variety of food and only eat that.
Thanks for your questions, everyone. Coming up later in the show, we'll be meeting McLeod's daughter star and devoted animal lover, Simone Jade McKinnon. But now, it's time for Creature Quiz. It's good, isn't it?
Get ready to test your skills. It's Creature Quiz. Which animal has a tongue half the length of its body? Wow. And here's a clue. It's always changing colour. The creature, not the tongue. And the answer is a chameleon. Oh, boy, that tongue would be handy for cleaning my tail. Nicholas, I don't think we should drive any closer to these lions.
Oh, Moddy, relax. They're just big cats. Besides, if they're anything like you, their favourite activity is probably sleeping.
Oh, if they're anything like me, Nicholas, their favourite activity is eating.
Well, I'm sure they know how to behave around visitors. Besides, I don't think they can get through this class. Hello.
That is a relief. I was a bit worried because not all animals are models of good behaviour like me.
What, you? A model of good behaviour? I was thinking about taking you to a behavioural expert to sort out some of your behavioural issues.
Yeah. Do you think I could have some of that, please, Kitty?
And that's exactly what this next story is about. Meet Holly. She's a 2-year-old Cocker Spaniel and she loves her owner, Athel. But she's got a problem. Holly gets really aggressive when other dogs are around. Simone and her sister Celine love their Burmese cat Mishka. And she's also got a problem. She likes to play, but the trouble is she likes to bite too. Holly and Mishka need help. They need someone to sort out their behaviour problems.
Hi Holly, how are you doing? I'm Dr. Kirsty Sexel. I'm a veterinary specialist in animal behaviour. What an animal behaviourist does is help people understand pets and animals better. Sometimes when pets have behavioural issues, the bond between the owner and the pet gets broken, and what I try to do is help the bond between the owner and the pet be repaired and help them understand why their dogs and cats do what they do. Recheck. How are we doing? We had a few issues the first time. She wasn't that great with other dogs. As a veterinary behaviourist, what I see most commonly are animals with anxiety disorders.
She attacks you at night time. She gets in really bad moods.
When we have animals that present with a behaviour problem, there are a number of treatment options. The first thing, of course, is behaviour modification, where we teach the animals how to tolerate or cope with the situations that now cause concern. Sometimes we can do this just with teaching the animals how to relax and focus on the owner, to take direction from the owner, and sometimes if the animal is very severely anxious or distressed, we also need to use anti-anxiety medications to help them cope. What I want you to do is demonstrate like you normally would, like you would do it at home. Just stand there, ask her to sit.
Holly, sit.
Food, stay.
Holly, stay.
Food. It's very important, whether you're a dog, a cat, or a human being, in fact, that you get rewarded when you do things right. If you're reprimanded or punished all the time, it actually limits your learning. So it's very important that when the animal gets it right, we offer them reward in the way of either food treats or praise. So the most important things are, number one, you want to avoid her whenever you see that she's getting cranky and upset. Number two, you don't want to use your hands in any way to play with her because she'll think they're toys. Number three, we don't want to punish her. We want to redirect that behaviour onto appropriate toys. I think if you do those three things and are very diligent about it, she'll start to improve a lot, and we should see you again in about a month's time and see how you're getting on. My 5 top tips for having a pet that you can enjoy is, number one, spend time with your dog and cat. Dogs and cats are social animals just like humans are, which means that they need to be in company, not spending 12 hours by themselves all day, every day. Number two, watch your animals. Look and learn from what they do. Watch their behaviour. Recognise that a wagging tail doesn't mean always the dog is friendly. It just means it's willing to interact. Number three, you want to be very consistent with your animals. Give them a regular routine. You know, there's set time to be fed, set time to be walked, so that they don't become anxious. Number four, always reward the behaviour you want. So whenever the dog is doing something good or the cat is doing something good, make sure that you reward that behaviour.
Holly, watch.
And number five, have fun with your animals because they're going to give you just as much pleasure as you can give them. It's really important that we don't punish the behaviours we don't want because it doesn't actually teach the dog or cat what we want, but we want to spend a lot of time rewarding the behaviours we do want.
Now, let's look at what's on show in the Animal Art Gallery. No, don't come near me, you snake. Ooh, a tall black horse. Oh, what a beautiful cat. The American bald eagle. He looks angry. Hello, white cockatoo. Good fella, pat pat. Ooh, what big spots you have. And what big eyes you have. My dog. Oh, I mean Sabrina's dog. Let's go fishing. Thanks for sending in all your pictures, everyone.
And now it's time for Celebrity Pets. I'm just catching up on my telly because I'm about to meet actor Simone Jade McKinnon. She's got the best job in the world. Imagine working on TV with animals.
So we should just have a talk.
Hang on, that's what I do. We've got a lot in common. She's an avid animal lover, is an ambassador for the RSPCA, lives at home with her 2 dogs, Vajra and Carla, her brother Robbie, and his dog, Mr. Miyagi. She's probably wondering where I am. Hear that? I think we're in the right place.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, Simone. Look at this.
Yeah. Here we are. These are my babies.
Well, this is
Carla.
Obviously a blue heeler, but look at these two. Can you tell me about them?
They're crazy. This is little Mr. Miyagi, who's a pug Tenterfield mix, and then Vajra. This one's Vajra, who is a multi-mix mutt from all the way from the States.
Okay, well, they're obviously very excited. What are you up to?
We're going to the park, would you believe? Who wants to get in the car? You going to come?
Can I?
Absolutely.
Oh, goody.
Let's go then. Vajra. Up you go. Here you go. Vajra! No, see, Nick's coming with us, so you get in the back too, please. Come on. Oh, it's all fun and games, isn't it?
They hate getting in the car, don't they?
Like that. Here we are.
All right, girls. And boy.
And boy. Ready? Getting out is just as much fun as getting in. Ready?
Well, they obviously love being at the park.
Yes, absolutely. This is their favourite outing.
Now, you said that Vajra is an international animal. You've brought her all the way over from the States.
I did. I picked her up in an LA pound. We weren't looking for a puppy because puppies always get taken. So she was 9 months old and she hit me straight away.
Now, I guess you can only have so many dogs of your own, but you have managed to find a way where you can help so many other animals, and that's by working with the RSPCA.
That's true. Well, the RSPCA approached me in my first year on the clouds. They heard along the grapevine that I was such an animal lover, so they knew I was passionate about it, and they were launching a new campaign called RSPCA Superheroes and asked if I want to do it, and I jumped at the chance, so...
Are we nearly there yet? Like, where are you taking me?
Listen to you. You're a bit tired, eh, mate? Dearie me. Look, well, we're just here. There's a little pond down here. It's the dog's favourite spot, so...
Look at Carla go. She's so active.
She doesn't stop, does she? High energy pup.
Even at home?
Even at home, she like trims the trees all day long. She bounces up and down all day long.
Now, how does someone who's born in Mount Isa, grows up on the north coast of New South Wales, end up over in Hawaii with David Hasselhoff, then back here riding bulls in Drovers Run?
You know, it was a long process. I started dancing when I was really young and then went to full-time ballet and finished my HSC up in Queensland. And then went into cabaret work for 2 years, which took me to Japan. Came back to Sydney, did various jobs in Sydney, and then landed Cats, which took me again to Asia and all of Australia for another 2 years. But after that, I had a few injuries, and that's where I kind of just fell into acting.
So is it good to be home?
Oh, it's wonderful to be home. There's no place like home. Australia's the best place to live in. And speaking of home, we've got to go back. We've got to walk all that way back.
That's great. Come here. Welcome.
Hello.
I love hippos. Hippos are a bit like an iceberg, Moddy.
Oh, you mean most of it is underwater and you can't see it?
Exactly. I didn't expect you to figure that out.
I'm smarter than I look, Nicholas.
Yes, just as well.
But a hippo isn't white, and it isn't frozen, and it doesn't live in Antarctica. So really, it's nothing like an iceberg.
Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. Here's what's on our next show. Next time on Creature Features, hearing dogs give a helping paw to people with a hearing disability. Make a cosy indoor doghouse for your little pooch. Clydesdales provide the horsepower for Australia's only horse-drawn tram. And we meet triple world champion, track cycling star Shane Kelly. Well, Moddy, it's time to leave Africa and head back to Australia.
Oh, well, that won't take long, Nick. We'll just drive out of the zoo gates.
We hope you can join us next time for more creatures. In the meantime, if you'd like any information about anything you've seen on today's program, visit our website, abc.net.au/creaturefeatures.
/creaturefeatures.
See you next time, everyone.
See you later.
Bye.